Hi, everybody. This is Cousin Russ. I thought I would uh, bring to you my understanding of what Ancestry.com has done with the retirement of genealogy.com, and more specifically with Family Tree Maker user home pages. This is just my understanding, and this is what I have done, am doing, and will continue to do until the user home pages get retired. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. I went to the Ancestry.com blog, and I will put the link to this into the post when I do my blog post and share this with my community. But it's an Ancestry.com blog, and you scroll down the page until you get to, and it may even be on the second page, do you see the Ancestry.com focuses on core offerings, and many bloggers have been talking about this for a couple of days, so I'm behind the schedule, but I'm going to talk specifically about Family Tree Maker user home pages and what that does to me. I'm going to click on that blog post, and here is the text of that blog post, and of importance is this item that says genealogy.com. And there's a history here about genealogy.com that I will talk about as we go along. And you scroll down that blog post and you'll see the link to genealogy.com, and that's going to give us a little more information. And if you remember correctly, a long time ago, Ancestry.com or genealogy.com was a standalone company, and matter of fact, before that, Family Tree Maker was a .com, and then they got bought out by genealogy.com, and now Ancestry.com has bought them out. So you need a genealogy program to trace Family Tree Maker's lineage. But anyhow, so this is my understanding of what the retirement is about. And that link will take you to the genealogy.com frequently asked questions. And the fifth bullet down there says which portions of genealogy.com services will remain available. And I click on that link, and it says that the Family Tree Maker home pages will continue to be available, but in a read-only format. Now, what does that mean? That does not mean that they're going to be removed. It does mean that you won't be able to edit it. So what I'm going to talk about is what I'm doing now, and when I suggest any of you who have Family Tree Maker user home pages to do what I'm doing, or doing something that that you want to do. The user home pages will be there. We just can't edit it. So between now and September, we have some cleanup to do. And I want to talk about what I am doing and what I'm going to be doing. Here is the top of my Family Tree Maker user home page. Now, you will notice on all the user home pages, it will be updated, and we didn't do it because Ancestry.com on June 6th add this message at the top of our user home page. So the last update will be very recent, and most of us didn't do that, but it is saying that as of September 5th, 2014, the format or the information on the user home page will change. At the top of my user home page, just under that heading, is text. It's about what I some description of what I have entered, and it talks about the data that's on the user homepage. The text here I will edit when I do my cleanup or as I do my cleanup, so it reflects what data is listed below on this one page. And I will have links to my Ancestry member tree, and I will have a statement in there that says this user homepage will not be edited. So, but I still want it there for cousin bait. There's still some. I'm going to, when I get done my cleanup, there will be some valid data there, and anybody who finds that information will be able to contact me directly, which is what I would like. Below this piece is the user contact information. I have already edited that. I have blurred it out, but I have edited to make sure that it is current. And on the left side is a special piece of the user home page. Now, this was a relatively new addition to user home page. It wasn't always there, but it was where you selected a file in your database and uploaded it. And when you uploaded it, the magic of genealogy.com and Family Tree Maker would generate a surname list, would generate an index of individuals where you could click on that person, an internet tree, and sources. Now, this internet tree was a special feature that that genealogy.com had available. And as one who supported the users on genealogy.com, there was a lot of problems with this internet tree where users couldn't get them to work, and they were complicated for someone who didn't know. There was many messages on the message boards that talk about this feature. I'm not sorry to see it go, but there are users who are sorry. I'm going to leave this here. The data, although dated, it's still valid of what is there. So I'm just going to leave it there. I'm not going to update it. I'm just going to leave it as is. But I will have comments in the top of the website about that. The next piece is there's that family history section, and just below that is a book. Now, I had created the Family Tree Maker version 16, and earlier had a feature that allowed you to create a book. And this book I have up there, and I'm going to leave it there. It's not dated, although I have done research on that particular line. The content of that book is still valid. I'm going to leave it there. And let me back up a little bit and talk about when all of this happened and why the announcement by Ancestry was not a surprise to me. As I mentioned, Family Tree Maker was a .com by themselves and gave us this feature, user home page feature. Genealogy.com bought them, and then Ancestry.com bought them. And since version 16, which is probably in the 2006 to 2008 timeframe, we could no longer, or we were having issues updating our user home page anyhow. The technology on the computer and the technology at genealogy.com was nearing the end of its life, and there was many users. I know I could not update my user home page for a number of years now, so we've had issues of updating the text, and especially these features that here at the top, the My Family History section and the book section, we were having difficulties updating them and keeping them current. Below that section is the GEDCOM. We were allowed to have 5 GEDCOM trees that use that internet tree feature that I spoke about earlier. These 5 GEDCOM files are there, and I'm going to look at them to see if I want to pull any down, but I'd probably not and just leave them there. That's data. I did not mention earlier, but I'll mention it now, that I have 4 very distinct family files. The 4 families, to my experience to date, have never intermarried. I know when they came into the colonies. That's the length of the time the 4 lines have been here, and I know where they went, and I have data on each of the 4 lines. I've represented them here, and I talked about that in my introduction at the top. And I have another line in here that I was working on to get my daughter into the DAR. I'm probably going to take that one down because I have worked on that and it's probably outdated. But I can review them and delete what I want to. So far, I'm going to probably leave these 3 pieces of the user homepage the way they are, because again, they are cousin bait for me. The next piece is very important to me, and I'm going to work on this. These are family photos. Now, so far, everything that I've talked about, all of the information has come from my computer. All of these photos have come from my computer. What I'm going to do with these photos is review to make sure that I have each of them on my hard drive. Most of them are already in my Family Tree Maker 2014 file, but I'm going to double check to make sure that I have them all there. I will probably leave these photos online. Nothing lost for me. Still I have one known person down here that I'm trying to identify, and I'm probably going to leave that there, and maybe one of these days somebody will find it. Because they're still going to be searched. These pages are not going away. So I'm probably going to leave them there, but I have already printed this piece of the page so that I can verify that I have all of these images on my computer. Now, if I don't, I'm going to go to the image and right-click on it and save to my hard drive. But I'm sure that I have them all on my computer. Matter of fact, most of them are in my 2014 family file anyhow. Below the family photos are reports and trees. Again, these were all generated from Family Tree Maker version 16 and uploaded from there. And I represented 3 of the 4 lines because the 4th one is in my family history section of the user homepage, so I did not put that there. And I did a special on a piece of the file in this report. Again, I'm going to leave them there because they are viewable. I am going to test to make sure that they're there. If there's a link that's not any longer valid, I will pull that link down. But when I last checked, these are all valid links, so I'm going to leave them there. And here's the real piece that I've got to work on. And this is the piece that has related family files. These are files that were uploaded. Some of them are PDF files, some are text files, but these are is data that I entered into my user homepage, and I want to make sure that I have the data that's in them on my hard drive. And I'm going to actually show you how to do that here in a few minutes. But I'm going to review them, and I've already pulled some related files off because I've already deleted them because I had them on my have them on my hard drive, and they don't need to be on the user homepage because they are dated. And I've already taken a couple down, and that's where I thought about doing this video. And below that is related links. These are links that I have on the user homepage, and before September, I'm going to double check to make sure all of those links are in fact valid, and I'm pretty sure that at least one of them is no longer valid. So I will pull that. In fact, this one right here I know is no longer valid. The website that hosted these went away, so I will just edit that link. Okay, enough talk. Yeah, I do want to. This is my to-do list, just reflecting on what I just showed you. I'm going to review and update the description at the top of the page so it's current until the last, and I'm going to keep that piece updated until September. And I don't need to update the contact information. I've already done that. And I don't need to update the family history because it's going to stay there. Like I said, I want Cousin Bate out there someplace. The book is still valid. I'm going to leave it there. The JEDCOMs, I'm going to, again, going to leave them there. And the family photos, I'm going to verify that I have those photos. I'm positive I do, but I'm going to double check before I can't get at them, or I just want to make sure they're on my computer. So the genealogy.com pages can do whatever they want. We're told they're going to remain, just can't edit it, and that's fine with me. The next piece is reports and trees. I've already got the data in my family files on my computer, so I'm going to look at them and make sure they're okay or they're good enough, or I'll pull them, but I don't anticipate that I have any work to do there. This next one is where most of the work that I have to do, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with those files here in a minute. But those are very important because that's text that although are on my computer, I just want to make sure that I have a copy that I can get a hold of on my computer. I'm going to double check the links to make sure they're valid. I don't want any invalid links up there, and those links will be valid as of September, when we can no longer edit this page. So that's my to-do list between now and September, which I am working on. So let's go to my user home page, and I'm going to bring my user home page up and bring it onto my screen so you can see it, I hope. And I'm going to bring that in as soon as it appears on my other monitor, and I will show it to you. And here we go. It's coming over right now. There's my user home page. I'm going to blow it up so you can see it. So that is the user home page, which I just described. This is the text that I'm going to work on. There's the contact information I'm going to scroll by. There's my family history piece, and there's the books, the JEDCOMs, the photos. But I'm going to get down here to the text, the related files. Now this is the most important content for me, and I want to make sure that I have this data on my hard drive. Now, I am a user of Evernote, and I have Evernote linked to my browser. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up this page, and this is a text file that I created, and this was a trick that I learned about how to calculate a death or a birth date. So what I'm going to do in Evernote, it says clip to Evernote in the upper right hand corner, and it's going to open up this window, and there is Evernote. I have a notebook in Evernote called User Home Page, and I'm going to click on this link that says full page. I want the full page in Evernote. I have other choices here, but I want the full page, and I'm going to add a tag and The tag that I'm going to use is 001, or I'm sorry, page is what I'm going to put in a tag in Evernote so I can find it in Evernote, and then I'm going to click save. And it is now syncing and saving into my Evernote, and it says it's done. So that file, this page, is now on my computer in Evernote. So I will go through each of these documents, these related files that are here on the left, and I'm going to do each of these pages into Evernote so that they're in Evernote, that I have the data. It'll be easy for me to edit. I'm pretty sure that I have all of this information already in files in my on my hard drive, but I just want to make sure. And while I'm doing this, I am going to clean these related files up. I've already taken about 5 up, 5 off. I've edited, and just so you know, to edit the user homepage is right here. There's an icon that says edit your page. I click on that, and which I won't, but I'll have the opportunity to edit my user homepage. If you have a Family Tree Maker user homepage, I encourage you to read the blog. Make sure the Ancestry.com blog, that you look for a program like Evernote. If you're not already using Evernote, or OneNote may do the same thing, what you want to do is clip that page, which is what I just demonstrated. Okay, I'm going to put this up on as a blog post on familytreeftmuser.blogspot.com, and I will put the video also in the Cousin Russ genealogy community. So if you have any questions, go to the Cousin Russ user community on Google+, Cousin Russ genealogy community on Google+, and make a post there. And if you're doing a post in the community, make sure you specify you want help with your Family Tree Maker user homepage. Okay, have a great day.